Brainrich not here. Today I wanted to share with you the importance of knowing that the success is always under our feet, like in the vicinity of our surroundings. It's not far away. It's not something that you really have to go all over the place to seek. This is a very important concept because if we don't have this mindset where you can actually create opportunity around ourselves, like in the vicinity, like some daily things, some sort of the idea that you can access to quite, I wouldn't say easily, but without taking such a humongous space, then we get distracted by things called like a grass and greener syndrome. Means it's like you always feel like somebody else's ideas are better, or when you listen to somebody else is doing something great, that's where you have to go. And it's such a vast distance between where you are at and where they are at that you get discouraged or going towards some direction that it's not even your aligned with your talent or ability, and taking such a arduous path that might probably not going anywhere here. And for me, it's like when I was younger, it's always what I want is quite influenced by. I was actually that influenced per se, but then I felt that influence means it's like, okay, somebody else is doing something great, or think, and I thought about it, and I just couldn't find out like that grand things, like something spectacular. So I feel like I got discouraged to explore more about my surroundings, and then I just focused on the what I know, right? Uh, and then what I know was turned out to be that it was not coming from myself. It was more like my parents' idea or some external expectations. So it didn't go quite well. When I'm talking about the vicinity, that doesn't mean that it's just somebody is give the ideas and then that's that your vicinity. What I'm talking about is that you gotta look for something within what you can notice, and then you gotta kind of go for it. I didn't have that concept, so yeah, I didn't really look around the options, and I missed a I probably have missed quite a lot of the opportunity along the way. And 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 uh, and since I don't know what to really look for the opportunities, so I got quite scared a lot. Like if there is somebody comes in and then give a new opportunity, I say, you know what, I stick to what I been doing. Even though what I'm actually trying to do is not really aligned with my interest or really a passion or anything else. This is something I've been doing for a long time, so I just kind of stuck with it. The result wasn't, you know, not great. Like after years and years later, I get to the place where it was not for me, and it is very important for you to understand that to like I just want you guys to not waste years of your time, like saving like 10 years, 20 years by having this idea that your success is really around you. So what do you really mean by that here? So like a lot of ideas, the becoming very big is not something that like you gotta have like something you have to do really difficult, like something you gotta learn, like advanced physics or advanced mathematics or whatever necessary, then you can get somewhere. That's not the case, right? Some good idea, if you come up and you do really try work on that idea and then just go one step ahead, and then you learn something and then you go another step ahead that you can actually figure it out, but the concrete something vicinity, and then you figure it out, make it work, and then the succession of that winning, so to speak, like achievement, that makes you getting more and more success. That is really the foundation of how people become real successful. It's not like all of a sudden like you go all the way into some sort of like years of road, and then there is nothing right in the bit, and then all of a sudden you hit the jackpot. That's not the case. Never, unless you're looking for like a lottery type of a winning. That'll never happen. So we have to overcome like a few things. Like I noticed is like this kind of focusing on like what you know, and then like, okay, so what if I tried something like what I know, but then ended up this doesn't go anywhere. It's just like you try hard and then it's something that didn't work. The thing is, the great thing about you're looking at the vicinity, right? Something the vicinity that since you're looking for, like you don't really have to worry about that, right? Because it's something that you notice and you can do it. You can have an interest. So something that your ability are aligned is aligned. And a talent is something, calling for it to the job. So even if you actually failed, like you try your best, and if you fail, your skills or your talents got honed, so to speak. So you can just try something else. And this learning process is actually far better than any of the like a conventional like it's a really project-based learning. So it's much better than going to school or any of that things. Of course, it can be supplemental. Schools can be supplemental, but there is nothing you should worry about. And if you fail, you should know real quick, like fast, and then you can actually iterate like something, make it better, and then not giving up. Or if you think this is just a misguided idea, then you can just pivot, doing something else. So where is this kind of ideas? Like, okay, so I said, like your opportunities around you, right, underneath of your feet. How are you gonna find it then? So important thing is like success really come from other people. So whatever you can actually help people, right, make somebody else's life better, or solve problems. That's where you wanna set some focus on. So get out of your mind. It means like, how am I gonna get rich, or how am I gonna whatever. Like think of like, okay, how am I gonna make in a sense world a better place, or how am I gonna help my community or my family? How am I gonna make learning whatever the case. Whatever you learn so far, whatever the skill you have, how am I going to utilize to solve somebody else's problem? Focus on that, and then go from there. And then in the beginning, could be really small, like trivial, but you gotta keep doing that type of things, and then learn, and then try to expand. That's the important thing. Like you gotta continue to expand. And So is this like a really a set course of most of the people? Yes, it's a most successful people like Elon Musk or like Airbnb or even Microsoft, like Bill Gates, whatever, like Warren Buffett, like all these people. They start from where what they can do first, right? It's not like they're dreaming about and they're going to school and then all of a sudden they become that or what any of the things. They try from their vicinity what they can do their best, whatever they are. It doesn't matter. Like and then what they did are connected to contributing to something, like helping other people, like selling something or that the people want, or creating some sort of program or like some games or whatever that they are, something that interacts with other people. That's really the key point. How about like let's say like a backup plan and stuff like that. Like if you're really scared, I just don't want to focus on like forget about the past that I've been doing, and then just something that I can come up with right now, like vicinity, what I can, and then what if I fail? I've been already doing all this like preparation for a long time. I mean, this kind of project, it doesn't have to be like a full day. That's a mistake. Like focus, like when people say, okay, focus on some your primary, right? That doesn't mean that you're gonna focus for like a 10 hours, 12 hours. That's impossible. That's not the case. 3 or 4 hours is generally enough, but then you really have to focus on that time, no distraction. And then it's a producing kind of work. It's not like a reading books or that's other types of activities. But what I'm trying to say is like you advance your life. That type of activity should be 3 or 4 hours. And then if you think about it, if you just do 3 or 4 hours, then actually you can do a lot of other stuff. Like whatever like backup plan you had, you don't have to really quit until something what you're doing right now is gonna go somewhere. So you're good. And it's really important thing is a world changes and then we can't really see the future clearly. Like it's future is always unknown. So we can't really for sure that you're gonna get something that you imagined. Like this is nebulous. Like let's say 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you just don't know what you're really gonna do. And that's very important, because if you are too caught up in your image, right? Okay, this is what I'm gonna be. Like let's say 5-10 years later, it's great to have an ambition, but the ambition really have to be ambiguous in a sense, like a little bit of nebulous, not too specific. Otherwise, you're gonna get stubborn, and then when you're creating this type of like a road, like a path, you got stuck to it, okay, one way of doing it, and then if even though if this way is not for you or not great at this point, but you just keep doing the same thing, and then you get frustrated, and you're repeating the same type of behaviors, and that's not really healthy. So you really have to have a realistic mindset. It means just like future is unknown, but then I'm gonna have a direction per se. Okay, this is like, let's say if you find, okay, this is probably gonna work because I can kind of see that then this project that I come up with can scale, and then I can kind of visually see how big it can be, right? That nebulous things, that's great. And then don't get scared of it. If it's good idea, focus on what you do, like a present, and see how much you can win, like a small win you can make from that, and then day by day, week by week, and month by month, how much you can actually progress, and judge your the results that would be based on what you're gonna do, what you're getting daily or everyday life. That's very important. It's not like if you're doing it every day, right, then the process is right, then the future is going to be fine. But other than that, it's just the imagination, like wishful thinking. Like even though the process is not that great, it's not gonna happen. Like even if you try hard 5-10 years, if something in your mind, like if you're not getting that good wins, I wouldn't say daily, but then steady, some sort of the win. At least once in a while, once a week or like a couple of days, like, okay, this is, I actually winning, I'm actually getting somewhere. If you don't have that results, then you really have to check your process, like what you're doing is actually right, or maybe your idea is not quite good. Then you have to actually pivot. So it's really seemingly kind of easy, like, okay, so I don't have to really look around or search for it, right? But then that's actually not the case. You got to actually look around so that you get stimulated, like your curiosity gets stimulated, right? I mean, if you're just kind of thinking about it all the time, like not getting world's information, you just don't know what is the opportunities are. So that doesn't mean that you're going to close your mind. That's not the point. A lot of information you should filter, and then you get kind of like giving food for your mind, and then you good amount of understanding of the world, and then you see your surroundings underneath of whatever what you can do. That is the healthy way to do it. So and of course, like it's not going to be an easy path. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just because you find something close by and then you try to do it, that doesn't make it automatically a win. Always there is going to be setbacks and a difficulty and whatever, but then that's just a part of the process, that actually you're doing something meaningful. So just stay on and just keep doing it. And at the end of the day, this resilience and persistence, that and objective point of view, that's why sometimes you always want to interact with other people, like get some like third party ideas, and making sure that you are not kind of stuck in your brain, so to speak. Get some data, get some feedback, right? If you're trying to help somebody, making sure that somebody is like being helped, that type of things. So the most important thing is, by using this approach of finding your biggest opportunity in your surroundings, you're not going to get distracted by other people are doing, but more like you get stimulated or motivated by those, and focus on yourself. And that you don't have to wait around till like, okay, 10 years later I'm going to be successful, or okay, I will wait 15 years. You don't have to do that. You just have to find something right now, and then do what you can do. And then that's the path that you are in success already, and then you just live your life in a very full and a meaningful way. Thank you for watching. Please share your ideas in the comment section below to help each other, and hit like and the subscribe buttons so you get notified of the next video. See you next time.